Hello and welcome to The Explainer. Today we are digging into a really big question. When it comes to something as personal as your health, how do you decide who to trust? Well, we found an incredible example of how to build that trust, and we're going to break down the blueprint piece by piece to show you exactly how it's done. Seriously, think about it. You're scrolling online looking for a doctor or a dentist. What is it that makes you stop and say, okay, this is the one? It's more than just a list of services, right? It's a feeling, a gut instinct. It's about building trust before you've even shaken their hand. So for our case study, we're diving into the website of a real practice out of Queens, New York, called Astoria Dental Group. And just to be clear, this isn't an advertisement. We're looking at their site as our source material because it's a fantastic real-world example of how to communicate. What we're going to do is basically reverse engineer their whole approach. We'll deconstruct the blueprint they use to take someone who's just browsing online and turn them into a patient who feels genuinely confident and ready to commit. It all starts right here with this really powerful promise on their homepage. Check out the wording. They're not just fixing teeth, they are transforming smiles and lives. That right there takes it from a simple clinical procedure to a deeply personal, life-changing outcome. That's a huge shift. Okay, so making a big promise like that is one thing, but how do you make people actually believe it? Well, their website builds its case on 3 core pillars. This is really the foundation of their entire message. First up, the people, the expertise. They immediately introduce you to this husband and wife team. But look how they do it. He has over 35 years of experience. That screams authority, stability, trust. She's recognized as a top Invisalign dentist. That signals modern skills and cutting-edge results. You get this amazing mix of tradition and innovation all in one practice. The second pillar is technology, but they're so smart about how they talk about it. Instead of just listing a bunch of complicated equipment, they highlight one key feature, an on-site dental lab. Now, to a patient, that's brilliant. It doesn't just mean fancy tech. It means precision, speed, convenience. It says, we can get it done perfectly right here, right now. And their third pillar? All the solutions they offer. This is basically their toolkit. It's the how they deliver on that big promise of transforming lives. By showing you everything from general checkups to a full mouth reconstruction, they're sending a really clear message. Whatever your problem is, don't worry. We've got a specific solution just for you. So at this point, the practice has made its case, right? They've shown you their expertise, their tech, and their solutions. But that's all just them talking about themselves. The next step is absolutely crucial. How do you go from making claims to having real, undeniable credibility? You need proof. And they start with this. One single, powerful number. 147 patient reviews. Think about that. That isn't just a high rating. That's a volume of voices. It immediately tells you that this isn't just a handful of happy clients. This is a whole community of people who were so moved by their experience, they had to tell someone about it. A number is one thing, but stories are what connect. So they bring the data to life with real voices. Just listen to this one. The words are incredible. Unbelievable job. Dental magician. I mean, you don't call your dentist a magician unless they've done something truly special for you. That speaks volumes. Now, this review builds a totally different kind of trust. 28 years. That's not about a one-time fix. That is about long-term loyalty. It speaks to consistency, to genuine care, and look at this. They even mention My Pocket. They're tackling one of the biggest anxieties people have about healthcare head-on, the cost. And this final one really drives home a core theme, kindness, taking the time to explain things. This directly addresses the fear and anxiety that so many of us feel about going to the dentist. It proves that for them, the experience is just as critical as the final result. Okay, so let's zoom out and put all of these pieces together. We've seen the big emotional promise. We've seen the solid pillars they build to support it. And we've seen the overwhelming proof from actual patients that makes it all real. So what does this blueprint for trust really look like when it's all assembled? Right here, in their own words, is the philosophy that ties it all together: patient education. They believe that if you understand what's happening, you'll be less afraid. This one idea is the engine behind their whole strategy. It's why they explain things thoroughly, why they show you all the proof. This is the why behind the what.
So here it is, the blueprint in 3 simple steps. First, grab them with an emotional promise. It's about transforming lives. Second, back it up with tangible, logical pillars: the people, the tech, the solutions. And third, seal the deal with overwhelming social proof, letting a chorus of real patient voices validate every single claim. It's a journey from your heart to your head to a feeling of complete certainty.
When you break it down, what we've seen here is just a remarkably effective way to build trust from the ground up. And it leaves us with one final big question to chew on. Is this combination, this blend of emotional connection, backed by hard proof and confirmed by a community of real people, is this the new playbook for trust across all of healthcare? That's something to think about. Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.